Today on Sac & Co, Pandemic Comic-Con is in town, and we are going to introduce you to some of the stars right here in our Sac & Co studio. Find out who they are in just a bit. Plus, see what fun activities are happening at the library this summer for the whole family to enjoy. And speaking of summer break, share your vacation plans with us and possibly win a trip to celebrate your favorite Pixar pals at the Disneyland Resort. More on that in just a bit. It is time for Sac & Co.
The following interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.
Hello and welcome to Sac & Co. I am your host, Melissa Paul. We begin today with an ABC 10 News update. We have Kirsten Holmes joining us, and Kirsten, some big developments in regards to the immigration policy, in particular to something that Donald Trump signed.
Yeah, no, this is something that everyone has been talking about for days now, but we still have more questions than answers, unfortunately. But what I can tell you is that the president did sign an executive order to stop families from being separated. A lot of people are really happy about that. President Trump spoke at a rally in Minnesota overnight. Take a listen to what he had to say.
We're going to keep families together, but the border is going to be just as tough as it's been.
You are asking right now is what is next.
Yes.
This is what we know. Now kids will likely go to the Department of Defense or ICE facilities with their parents.
Okay.
That's something that a lot of people are celebrating, but what we don't know right now is when or how this will happen. And that's part of the questions that I told you that we still have to answer at this point.
Do we know what's going to happen to those families that are already currently separated?
That's a very good question, Melissa. Unfortunately, about 2,000 kids that are separated from their families right now, no, we don't have an answer for you there.
Okay.
They are not going to be reunited with their families anytime soon, but of course, we will keep you posted.
All right, yes, please. Such a polarizing topic and such an important thing that we all continue to be aware of. And some fans actually of a world-renowned gorilla, myself being one, Coco, some sad news this morning.
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm the bearer of bad news right now. Melissa, Coco, the gorilla who mastered sign language. That's incredible, right?
Yes.
Unfortunately, Coco has died. The Gorilla Foundation says the 46-year-old gorilla died in her sleep on Tuesday.
So at least it was peaceful.
Yes,
right?
Yes, it was peaceful, but you know, people really don't want to hear about stuff like this. It kind of hurts because people had learned to love Coco so much.
Absolutely.
Mastering sign language, that was incredible.
Well, it's groundbreaking, and you know her work, what we're all very familiar with ever since the 70s. You know, she's been in movies, she's been in documentaries, National Geographic. I grew up watching her, big fan of Diane Fossey. Did you know that Coco was actually born in San Francisco in 1971?
When you told me that this morning, I was like, hot dog.
Yeah,
Like, she's a local girl.
She's
Exactly.
a local girl. So I know it's sad, but we should be celebrating what she brought to the world. And speaking of celebration, there's actually a hot one happening in Auburn soon.
Hey, I like spicy. Do you like spicy?
I do.
I keep trying things here in restaurants in the Sacramento area, and I'm like, can I get spicy? And they're like, it's spicy. And I'm like,
You're
no,
like,
it's
no,
not.
by
I
my
think I
standards.
found something that's right up my alley. The Pepper Festival is coming to the Gold Country Fairgrounds. This is going to happen on Saturday. It is from 12 to 10. Tickets are just $20. Kids 12 and under, they get in for free, so it's going to be a family affair.
And I understand, too, Marcus Allen showed us a little taste, pun intended, of what that will be like.
Take a look at your screens right now. Stop what you're doing. Look at this. Look at this.
Okay. All right.
Pops it in all the way in.
What is he eating, though?
I
What
wouldn't
kind
have
of pepper
been
is
so
that?
aggressive.
I'm imagining
it was
it's
a special
incredibly hot.
pepper that, watch.
I don't know if it's
watch
a
right
ghost
here.
pepper.
Take the time and look at this, folks.
All right. Okay. Is he crying?
No. There's
I think
more.
I see some, oh, but you know what I
There's
do
more.
see? There's more.
Oh, no.
I think I see beads of sweat dripping down the sides of his temple. Now, I don't know if it's from the pepper or if it's from the hot weather
Marcus
that's on
Allen
its way.
is a pro in the
Right?
TV business. He tried to keep giving us information about it, but he completely stopped it and just went to go get some water.
Okay. All right. So there's an indication of exactly how hot
It
that
was hilarious, and it's still fun to just loop that
You
thing
know
and
what?
play it.
Peppers are hot, but so is the forecast. We got Rob Carmark sitting by to give us an update on what triple-digit temperatures, Rob?
You know, the peppers were so hot it made his Botox completely useless. I can say that because he makes the same joke
shade.
himself here right here. So he says it himself, okay? So anyway, this is what we're looking at, folks. Temperatures right now are not bad. This is the best time to move around, get things done outside because it's the 60s. It's comfortable. It's nice. Give it another hour or two and you're going to feel the heat. Today, right around 100 degrees. So we are looking at, you know, definitely temperatures warmer than yesterday. The only place you can really go to escape it indoors. Bay Area is going to have some fog. Up high will be cooler, but still in the 80s, and that's it. There's no rain in the state. It's all about the heat from here on out. We're going to be close to 100 today. I think many of us will be just a shade underneath that, and then 100 or hotter. Dangerous heat potentially for Friday and Saturday, and still hot going into Sunday. You're going to love next week in the 90s and maybe even eventually back into the 80s. So really quickly, people always ask me, hey, what's it like when you go home? How are the kids? I said the kids are good, but the chickens are crazy. So we are expanding by 3 at my household. Don't worry, they're registered. The leg bands are on the way.
As long as they are registered, and I have been bugging Rob for fresh eggs. As soon as they come, I am going to make scrambled eggs for the whole crew. You just bring them, I will cook them.
I'm going to go to Karl Marx Market, get myself some eggs. All right. Well, you know, Rob did point out some hot temperatures. That could mean some impacts in the way of some kids' outdoor activities, especially in the way of athletics, right? Well, but so you might have to be creative on reducing the exertion.
Exactly.
Right?
You know, just chill out a little bit. Parents, smart, not hard. Take a look at this kid, right? Look at this kid and this dad. This dad is obviously giving him a little batting practice, but he is reeling the ball back in. You know, I used to play softball in elementary school, and we would have batting practice, and we'd have to run across the field to go get it. No, we're not going to work that hard. We're going to reel the ball back in because it's too hot out there.
I love it. I love it. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. That dad needs an award.
That's the type of mom I'm going to be.
All right, Kirsten, we'll hear more from you again in about another half hour on another news update. But coming up first, though, fun abounds at the summer activities at the library for your kiddos. We'll show you exactly how in just a bit. And also, we want you to have the best summer ever by checking out Pixar Pier. It's the latest edition at the Disneyland Resort. We want you to share your summer with us. Details coming up.
The following interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising. The following interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.
And welcome back. You know, the library wants you and the little ones to not only have fun during your break, but to keep the mind and body busy, which is exactly why they have tons of free activities for the whole family to enjoy this summer season. Activities like the Color Fun Run that happened at the Fair Oaks Library recently. And by the looks of this, everyone really seemed to have a great time.
I ran a mile.
And the Disneyland Resort wants you to celebrate this summer with all of your favorite Pixar pals. Pixar Pier opens this coming weekend, and I recently visited the resort to check out Pixar Fest at the happiest place on earth. Pixar Fest has arrived at Disneyland and California Adventure Park, and there is so much to do. Like drawing your favorite Pixar character. Yeah, his is way better. And this. And this. The Disneyland Resort is known for its amazing entertainment, including the fireworks we see right here at the castle on select nights. And with the arrival of Pixar Fest here at Disneyland Resort, your summer is sure to take you to infinity and beyond. And celebrating friendships like my friend right here, Marcy.
Melissa, nice to see you again.
Nice to
Welcome
see you.
back.
Thank you. You know, I love the fireworks here at the resort, and I'm looking so forward to seeing how they evolve with Pixar Fest.
Absolutely, you came at a perfect time. This is a perfect time to come and celebrate with us because it is time to play with our Pixar friends. In those fireworks, the Pixar Nighttime Spectacular, Together Forever, it is amazing. You do not have a back seat in the house. You are surrounded by the sounds, the lights, the projections. There's somewhere to see at all times. It is just something you definitely want to share with all your friends.
And it's all about friendship, like you're saying, right? So it highlights all of our favorite Pixar characters.
Absolutely.
I know there's a story of Toy Story in it.
You know, there's a little surprise where normally we're used to Tinkerbell having her fly out of the castle. This time around is one of my favorite friends, Buzz.
Oh, are you kidding?
He finally gets to fly to infinity and beyond.
He's finally a flying toy.
Yes.
How about that?
He does fly over, and there are so many elements that do incorporate into Pixar Fest that we just want to invite you. Come and play with us. Come and bring your friends with you and enjoy everything that's being celebrated with us.
And I know a lot of us too very excited and have been celebrating Coco, the beauty of Coco. And I know that's a part of this too.
It totally is. You get immersed into the land of the dead, Dia de los Muertos, on Main Street and a couple of the other locations around the resort, and you are just a part of it. And you can't help the beautiful colors that are in that, the feeling of family. So you do get a Coco sensation in it, definitely. One of my other favorite things is that some of our classics are also taking part, like some of our singers are coming up, and they also share with the Pixar Entertainment, and they too want to play with Pixar friends.
Yes, they do.
They do want to sing along.
Okay, well, and speaking of singing along, you know, I know we're all excited about the fireworks, the submersion of it, you know, the interaction. I know there's projections all over. We're celebrating Pixar and the partnership with Disney. But there are also those amazing hidden gems all throughout the park that we still get to experience here when we come to the happiest place on earth. And I think you're talking about the Dapper Dans, right?
I am. They are one of our classical entertainment elements, but they want to come and play with our Pixar pals.
Okay, well, you know what? I would love to hear a little sample of what they have to help us celebrate friendship here at Pixar Fest at Disneyland. Shall we have them sing?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, gentlemen, take it away.
Oh, you got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. Son, you've got a friend in me. Yeah, you've got a friend in me.
And Marcus Allen will be going live from the Disneyland Resort's Pixar Pier tomorrow, and he'll be bringing us a little bit of an inside look at some of the amazing attractions they're adding, like the Incredicoaster, by the way. So there's just so much to enjoy. And speaking of Pixar Pier, we want you to go to the Disneyland Resort for free. Share with us your family vacation photos and videos on Facebook. Tag Sac & Co. And by sharing that, we might share your post right here on the show. You could be entered to win a vacation to the happiest place on earth. For details, visit abc10.com/bestsummerever. And coming up, Pandemic Comic-Con kicks off tomorrow. And we have one of your favorite original crime-fighting heroes right here in the studio. We're going to chat with him right after the break.
This segment was paid for by Disney.
center repair. We're gonna
35 12 12 12.
for joining us. No, you look awesome. And you got some great sunglasses. I have a pair of sunglasses for you, by the way. I'm gonna chat with you in a little bit.
You count to 10.
He's gonna beat us
1,
up,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Is that inappropriate?
For TJ. That's a Desiree question.
The following interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.
Summer means more sun and potentially more sun damage and wrinkles, but it also means vacation, graduation parties, or barbecues, all filling up your schedule. And what you're going to need is something that will restore your youthful look and something that works fast and efficiently. So we are talking with this guy about Plexiderm, which claims to reduce your look of aging within minutes. But first of all, we have a video we need to take a look at first,
Well,
right?
I call it Sexy Plexi, Melissa.
Sexy
Yes,
Plexi.
that's my new name for it. Speaking of sexy, is there a sexier model in the fashion beauty industry right now than Mr. Richie Baggs, who is on your screen in front of you? And what he just did was rub a small amount of Plexiderm under both eyes, and with our new and improved formula, it's working on more areas of the face and quicker, because in 2 minutes, both of those under eye bags will be gone.
No way.
Yep.
You said in under 2 minutes.
In under 2 minutes. I was in the room when we shot this. If you remember before, I brought a video where he rubbed it under one eye.
Yes.
It went away in 3 minutes and 20 seconds, but with the new and improved formula, like I said, it's working quicker, so we did it under both eyes, and it's gone in 2 minutes. There's nothing more effective than what's on your screen right now. I mean, it's just incredible. Look how much younger and fresher they look, and we have the full face before and afters now, Melissa, because like I said, it's working on more problem areas, really all problem areas of the face, not just the under eye bags like with Richie, but the forehead lines, the crow's feet, the laugh lines around your mouth, and that loose skin under your neck. One of the biggest advantages of Plexiderm, completely topical, no expensive doctor visits, no painful injections, and you see right there around the mouth where it's working. And before it used to work in 10 minutes, but again, with the new and improved formula, and there's the loose skin under the neck I told you about, we're seeing that it's working in 5 minutes or less.
Okay, 5 minutes or less. All right, and then this is Richie again, right?
That's Richie Baggs no more. Then there we are at 2 minutes. We were high-fiving and cheering with the executives because we knew that our new and improved formula was working.
When I first looked in the mirror, I thought I was looking at an 8x10 photograph of myself about 10 years ago. And I think if someone is working with the public in sales, marketing, outside, it's good to have that edge. And I think Plexiderm could perhaps give you that edge. It does work. And I do see the results. Why not give it a shot? What have you got to lose?
I could have 20 hours of sleep and people always say, oh, you look tired, which I'm 58, expect gravity to hit. So when I saw Plexiderm and I saw the advertisement, I definitely had reservations when I first came in to use the product. And looking in the mirror, I could definitely say it's a winner. And I think every woman in America would want to use it, whether they're young, and I've had bags from the time I was 28 years old to 58, and I'll wait till I'm 75 to get the whole facelift, but maybe with Plexaderm, I won't need it.
You also have a woman by the name of Lisa, who this really helped with her under eye bags too, right?
And there's the transformation, Lisa, before Plexaderm, then after she puts it on, then after makeup. And it's literally this simple. You put Plexaderm on a clean, dry face. We still tell people 10 minutes, but we're finding it's working in 5 minutes or less. Then your makeup is normal. That is it. It's gonna get you through 6 to 8 hours of your workday, which is huge because other leading products out there will tell you the results of their product are only 2 to 3 hours. When women see this, and this is why we use guys a lot, Melissa, it's just remarkable because they're like, wow, if it can do that for Richie and Mike, imagine what it can do for me. Because collagen's responsible for the elasticity in your skin, and over time as it degrades, that's why people get the sags and the wrinkles, Melissa, and that's why people will go to the doctor for those painful injections or those expensive visits, but now they don't have to because like we brought up earlier, Plexaderm is completely topical, and as you saw with the before and afters, the testimonials, and Mr. Richie Bags, it's working in minutes.
Okay, and you have a special offer for our viewers.
Yeah, we really do. It's great, and we can afford to give you such a big discount because the product's doing so well and we want to make it affordable for everyone. So it's a Sacramento and Company special, 50% off with free shipping. If you call the 1-800 number we'll put up on your screen, or just go to Plexaderm.com. That's 1-800-959-8503. We'll get you looking as good as Richie Bags.
Everyone, I am here with the Jason David Frank, who's the original Power Ranger, Green Power Ranger. Oh my gosh, it's Tommy, everybody. We are so excited. We have a lot of people fanboying right now, actually, in studio. Great to have you. And obviously, he's in town because of Pandemic Comic-Con. That's a tour that's going on through, hitting the Sacramento Convention Center. People are so excited.
That's right.
Thank you. I know you got in late last night, and here you're showing up on the show.
Of course, anytime.
Yes.
It's going to be, I tell you what, it's going to be a lot of fun this weekend. That's why I'm excited about being here. Pandemic Comic-Con, we even have some celebrities standing by right now. There's, celebrities, comic books, and it's one of my friends, John, who puts on one heck of a show, has brought the lineup, like every day someone new is popping up. So I'm very excited about being here. So even though I might be tired, the lights and Pandemic Tour keeps me excited. So.
That's right. The energy's there, and you're ready to rock, you're ready to meet people, are ready to say hi. Sign autographs, have a lot of fun, right?
Yep.
Okay, but I want to know though about being a Power Ranger. How does one become a Power Ranger?
Well, a lot of training, and I think a lot of karate training. When this show came out 25 years ago, it was one of the things where karate was a must, and you had to do it at that time. And I think passion. Everyone has a purpose in life. You have a purpose, and then you have passion, and then you do your job.
And then you do your job.
Do your job.
What a cool job.
It is cool.
Power Ranger. Okay.
The only problem is you got to stay in spandex. It's been 25 years, so I'm still kind of spandex ready. Thank God. Hashtag spandex ready. So but that's good.
And speaking of, martial arts, because you were talking about, you were an artist, a martial artist before you became a Power Ranger.
Yeah.
You've got some serious skills. Do you mind sharing? Because, you mentioned the show's been on air for 25 years.
Sure.
We have people in the studio who grew up watching that.
Yeah.
And they would love to be schooled by the Green Power Ranger. Do you mind teaching some skill?
I would love that. And there's a lot of things that a lot of people come and show me at the Comic-Cons. So they'll show me old pictures of themselves and all that other stuff. So if you guys are at the Comic-Con and you have an old picture of me and you, because I've been here teaching karate classes a long time ago, go to fedemictour.com and I want to see you post that picture. So we have a couple people we need up here. We need a good guy and a bad guy. Who's the good guy?
I want to be good.
Are you sure?
Okay.
All right, so we have what, Joe? Joe and
TJ.
TJ, this is what you're going to, TJ, I'm going to be a good guy too, okay? But I'll need another bad guy just for demo.
What?
Oh my God.
Everybody.
Let's do it.
Okay.
It's Michael Rooker.
All right. So
I'm really nervous now.
So he is.
I actually get paid a lot of money to be a bad guy. So
all right. This is perfect. So you're on my team, okay?
What?
But this is what's going to happen first.
Yes.
This is a self-defense technique called 3 pushes.
Okay.
It's going to be simple. We're going to do it in a slow motion first. First, they're the bad guys, so they attack.
Okay.
And when they attack, they're going to try to grab the right side of my hair, and I'm going to have to block.
You're going to block.
Block like this.
Okay.
Then they're going to grab the other side. Ooh, and I'm going to block.
Okay.
Now, careful. This is just Hollywood. What I'm going to do is I'm going to palm heel past their face this side. It's going to make it look like I hit them just like this. Watch, watch, watch. Just like that, okay? But now that we have to play it, now we have to be serious now, okay? This is like part 2, all right?
Okay.
We're walking around, we're having a good time, we're talking about Power
Michael,
Rangers.
you did great.
Oh,
Good
man,
job.
I remember this one. What's up, guys? Do you know these guys?
Don't take my wallet.
Get serious.
man. All right.
Oh, that was so tough.
I think I did pretty good.
You did good? All right, you did good. You did good.
That was incredible. And everyone joining. Michael
Okay, now it's
Rooker.
me and Mr. Rooker's time against everybody. No, I'm just kidding.
no.
No, that was very good, guys.
Incredible.
Call 3 pushes.
Joe,
Thank you, sir.
TJ, you guys are
Thank you.
excellent.
You make a very
Everyone,
good
and by
bad
the way,
guy.
Michael Rooker, you're a martial artist yourself
Yes,
as well.
he is.
Studied it as well.
No, he is.
Sometimes. We'll be catching up with him in just a bit. Great example of what you can enjoy and see and be a part of when you come on down to Pandemic Comic-Con tour, kicking off tomorrow, Sacramento Convention Center.
Yeah.
Come see this guy, the Green Power Ranger, the original. This is Tommy. Tommy, everybody. So excited.
Go to fedemictour.com and get your tickets because I want to see you there.
Excellent. Where can people follow you, my
Oh,
friend?
you can follow me on Instagram at JDFFFN across the platform. So, Fedemic Tour IG is the place to catch me.
Excellent.
Kind of rhymed.
Okay, it does, right? Thank you so much,
Thank
you
you
guys.
so
That was
much.
awesome. Everyone, stick around. We got a lot more to come right here on Sack & Co. right after the break.
This segment was paid for
Let's go.
by
Yeah.
Super
Hey, thanks, guys.
Okay,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
A new law coming down for, and I'm sorry, I ran back to back. I don't know how to. Oh, no worries.
Yeah, you don't know how to undo that. Yeah. Yeah, mine did that earlier too. Is that the first story, the state sales tax? Third story?
Okay, so Kirsten, this story we're learning more about Brandon Smith, a man who died in Sacramento police custody. Yes, Karen Torres says he died from meth. Kirsten Holmes, yeah, and of course you can read more. Kirsten, you may have seen signs. We're doing ESAC, and the man says that neighbor's home converted. KKK. Okay.
No sound on none of these. Oh, no, there is sound on the Airbnb.
Yes, the Supreme Court says states can force online shoppers to pay sales tax. Here we do have some breaking news to share with everyone. You shop online.
Hey, TJ, you want to bring me that iPad? 30 out.
Okay.
Thank you, friend. Sorry,
No, you're
Melissa.
Good. You're good. I can work.
Am I talking to camera 24?
Nope, you're talking. And welcome back to Sack & Co, everyone. We are going to have another news update, joining by Kirsten Holmes out of the ABC 10 newsroom. And Kirsten, this topic's kind of hard to talk about because we're learning a little more about Brandon Smith, who is the man who died in Sacramento police custody.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people are interested in this story because he was a black man who died in police custody. They think Stephon Clark. So here is the latest on that. The coroner has just released that Smith apparently died from meth. Remember, there was body camera video that showed Smith being thrown into the back of a police wagon earlier this month. Now, the county coroner says a plastic bag was found in his stomach, and they say that there is no evidence of neck compression or asphyxia, but this incident is still being actively investigated. A lot of people were sounding off. There have been protests. A lot of people very impassioned about this story, so we want to get you the latest on that the coroner found that there was no sign of asphyxia and that he actually died from methamphetamine.
Okay, and if people want to know more, go to abc10.com.
Absolutely.
All right. And also in news to talk about today, Airbnb, very popular right now, especially because we're rolling into the summer season, but
I book
kind of an
Airbnbs
issue.
all the time.
Me too, but kind of an issue, though, here at home when it comes to the ESAC location. Fill us in.
Absolutely. So imagine living next to an Airbnb and no one actually is there except for Airbnb renters. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's what's happening in this one neighborhood, and they're pretty upset because they say it's pretty noisy. In fact, they say that one man who lives next door to an Airbnb, he can't even call his neighbor to tell them that they're being too noisy because they do not live in the area. They actually live in Seattle, and they're pretty upset about it. So we talked to the city council member. We talked to the man in this situation. We want to give you both sides of this issue because a lot of people like Airbnbs. So take a listen at this.
Okay.
I would like the city to abolish non-owner occupied Airbnbs. I wouldn't mind owner-occupied Airbnbs because then we'd have somebody to complain to.
I think there's two sides to it. I think we've heard stories, and there's people that live next to neighbors that they wish were short-term renters.
Yeah, so there you have it. Officials with the city say that is not something that they plan to do, is just stop Airbnbs where people live out of town. They're not going to do that. But there is a plan in the works that would actually limit the number of properties that a person who does not live in the area can actually rent out.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Something I know is going to impact some of our vacation plans. This is going to impact shoppers, though. Breaking news right now out of the newsroom in regards to those who shop online.
All right. So this is for everyone who shops online. We got to let you know about this. Let me switch over here to this handy dandy piece of paper here.
For our latest update.
There we go. The Supreme Court says that states can enforce online shoppers to pay sales tax, so expect to pay more when you're shopping online. Here's some background information for you. The court overturned a longstanding rule. It says that states can collect sales taxes on transactions only if the retailer has an actual store in that state.
A physical
so there's a
location
big
in the state, yeah.
there. So what does this mean for you? It means you're probably going to be paying more nationwide. Get ready.
All right. And you might be paying more, too, when it comes to your AC because it's going to be hot. People will be
Turn it
cranking
all
that
the way up.
Man, we need to be saving some cash here, Rob. Help us out.
Power company, they usually have an hour where they see the price change, where it's a little bit cheaper, mostly in the evening. So if you can hold out, you can save some money if you monitor that kind of thing. Not all power companies, it's not always the same, but maybe for you at home. Okay, so this is our reality. We're almost into the 70s right now, 65 for Lake Tahoe, so even kind of warm up high for this time in the morning. The heat wave is here. We're going to have to be dealing with this for a while. Now, San Francisco's a different story. If you get out to the Bay, you're going to be dealing with some fog and some cool temps. So 60s right around the peninsula, but everybody else, 70s, 80s, 90s, and close to triple digits today. So it's just one of those things that, you know, it always happens every year that we get these heat waves. We've already had a couple. Stockton's already seen 100 or hotter 6 times this season, but the next 4 days in a row, we have triple-digit heat potential. In fact, on Friday and on Saturday, we're getting to the level where it could affect your health pretty easily. So you have to think about everybody else in your life and others. And I just want this as a reminder. Remember, this is a handy thing to know that if it's 80 degrees outside, which, as you know, for your body walking around, 80 is nice, but in a car with the windows up and locked, 10 minutes, it goes to almost 100 degrees. So remember about kids and pets, because if they're in that situation, they can't help themselves to get out of it. So it's all of our responsibility to pay attention to not only our family, but others that may need help.
Exactly, Rob. Thank you so much for that reminder. Very, very timely, very, very, very important. And as mentioned, it's going to be incredibly hot. So you can only imagine how hot that car is going to be inside when it's already 100 plus outside. Well, here's one way to cool off. How about a nice, cold, sweet treat? See how cooling off with a tasty Dairy Queen Blizzard is beneficial to the children right here in our community. Zach and Co will be right back.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The following interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.
Dr. Don Palmer. He is a chiropractor and international herniated disc specialist who has treated over 1,300 of the most severe disc sufferers from all over the United States and even from other countries as well. He joins us now here to share his treatment methods. So a very warm welcome to you, Dr. Palmer. Tell us about this patient.
So her name is Deborah. She gave me permission to use her case, but she came in. She's a pretty typical patient, what we're used to. She had really severe pain going on in her spine that was radiating down her legs and was causing a kind of a pain numbness going on in her ankle and her foot to the point where she really couldn't walk more than about 10 minutes. And it was really messing up her life. She'd been suffering with it for 2 years, and it had been, despite the fact she's done every conservative and medical treatment that she could think of, it was continuing to get worse. And she was suffering with 10-level pain without medication, and she was at the point where she was fearful that she was going to end up under the knife doing spine surgery.
So do you mind telling us what we're looking at?
Yeah, so up on the screen, we have pre-post MRIs. You'll see on the left side of the screen is the before and the right is the after. So I know nobody watching this is probably a radiologist, but look in the white space running through the center.
Okay.
You can see that center disc, that black disc is going into that white space.
Yes.
And then on the right side, this was after treatment, 6 weeks, you can see that it has dramatically opened up that nerve space. And I have another shot of it as well, which is an axial view where we're looking right down on top of the spine. So again, on the left is the pre-image. You can see that black surface going into the white center space. That is the disc herniation going in there, and it's hitting nerves. And then on the right side, you can see that that white space is all opened up now after treatment.
Wow.
And remember, these are discs that were considered permanent damage in the past, and now we're able to make dramatic changes to them.
And you did that without going under the knife?
We did that completely non-surgically. In fact, she was sleeping while we were doing the treatment. So as a result of that, within about 3 weeks of doing the treatment, we had cut her pain by 55%.
Wow.
And enabled her to function better. And then by the 6th week, when we were done with treatment, she was almost 78% improved. And then over a 6-month period of time, as the nerves continued to heal, she got to a point where, remember, she was only doing about 10 minutes of walking and she couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
She lives in Utah, by the way, and she does extreme hiking, anywhere from 7 to 10 miles. She does
really
up crazy steep hills. Yeah, she's doing phenomenal.
So for hours now, when she could barely even walk for 10 minutes before.
Yeah, so it's improved her work. She said everything took her twice as long to do. Her chores and tasks at home, time with family. She said her social life was completely devastated.
She has a whole new life.
She has a whole new life, yes.
Whole new life. And so for those watching that are suffering from severe neck and back pain, how do they know if your protocol is something that can benefit them?
Well, the only way for us to really know is to do ask a lot of questions. So we have a screening process that we do when people call to make sure they're in the right place. We have an examination that we're going to be doing as well. That's a 19-point evaluation that's critical to determine what their diagnosis is. And so through that process, we can determine whether a person is really ideally suited for the treatment and whether it'll be very effective for them.
Okay, and then you have a special offer too.
Yeah, so that examination that I mentioned, that 19-point examination, we offer for patients to really help to diagnose their condition. And we do that free of charge for your watchers for the next 5 days.
Right, and Dr. Palmer, where can our viewers go so they can set up the appointment to come see you to see if you're able to help them just as you did this woman from Utah?
Yeah, so up on the screen, it'll have my phone number and it'll have our website that they can go to, drdonpalmerdc.com, and they can get in contact with our office, and my staff will then take their call, ask them a bunch of questions, and see if this is right for them.
Wonderful. Dr. Palmer, thank you so much. You never know, some people watching, they may be taking their first steps towards their whole new life, whole brand new life as well, right?
Yes, thanks for letting me share the story.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And Dairy Queen has partnered with the Children's Miracle Network since 1984 for Miracle Treat Day. There are 14 locations that raise funds for UC Davis Children's Hospital. And here to tell us more, we have Suki and Lori from Dairy Queen, along with Michelle Thompson from the Children's Miracle Network, UC Davis Children's Hospital. Welcome to all three of you lovely ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. So let's help our viewers understand a little more about Miracle Treat Day. It sounds sweet, but it's for a very good cause, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So Miracle Treat Day is a fundraiser that Dairy Queen does to, actually they sell blizzards, and portion of the proceeds come back to UC Davis.
That's excellent. And we all know UC Davis Children's Hospital, an incredible provider of care in our area and just an invaluable resource. How long has this been happening, though? How long have you both been involved in this event?
Well, I've been involved with it for 22 years. We've had our store for 22 years.
22 years?
Yes.
My goodness. Okay, and what about you, Suki?
I'm just a DQ baby, so
You're a DQ baby?
5 years, about 5 years.
But still 5 years, so
Yeah.
that's a great commitment.
Yeah.
And you've already made a positive impact when it comes to the organization and where those funds go.
And she has, because both of these two lovely ladies, they're both franchise owners, and they really go above and beyond to help us raise funds for UC Davis Children's Hospital.
That's
So
great. And
it's
tell
great
us a little more,
partnership.
Michelle, about that partnership with Dairy Queen and CMN.
Yeah, so actually the partnership started back in 1984, and so Dairy Queen has been a partner for a very long time, and they've raised funds just through various ways. Miracle Treat Day, of course, is the most popular, and that's been around for 13 years. This is our 13th season doing this.
All right, well, happy anniversary with that, right? We need to make sure we get it on our calendars. And during Miracle Treat Day, too, there's going to be some really fun events happening at some of these locations. Lori, I know you're well known for having some fun activities. So tell us what people can expect when they show up.
So we try to make it as community involved as possible. So in years past, we've had radio out there. We've had television stations out there. We have had Miss America. They're partners with CMN, so they're out there. We have
you make it an event.
Yeah,
right?
it's totally an event for
Make
the whole
it something
day.
that people, and obviously everybody loves blizzards. Even Michael Rooker, look at that. He's in the Sacramento kitchen digging into his blizzard right now. Num num. And as mentioned, you can go, you can get your blizzard. And when you do, not only are you enjoying a delicious, fantastic treat, but it's going to an incredible, incredible cause. What does it mean to you guys, though, to give back to such an important cause like Children's Miracle Network?
If you have experienced something within that hospital, it's mind-blowing as to how much care they take care of. Over 16,000 children are treated daily within a CMN hospital, and there's 170 hospitals over the United States. We're really fortunate to have UC Davis right here in Sacramento.
Yes,
so
we are.
children are flown from all over California to come to our hospital.
Yeah, and it takes a lot to be able to provide those services.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and even a blizzard, even purchasing a blizzard makes an impact. That money goes somewhere important. What about you, Suki?
I mean, I just think as a mother, knowing that such a facility and these this hospital is available, to help us it's amazing, and to be able to help and give back to the hospital, that's great. I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's the least we can do, right?
Right.
And from one mom to another, it's you never know when you might need that facility. You never know when that money that you're helping raise actually goes back and helps somebody that you know and impacts your neighbor. So very important that we all get involved and be a part of this. And why wouldn't you? When it's triple digits outside, we all need a sweet cold treat to cool down anyway, right? So it is a win-win. And I mentioned it off the top, but Michelle, remind everybody, how many locations participate in this?
So actually, I'm very proud to say that all of our DQs, our Dairy Queens in the Sacramento region, 100% of them are participating. Since these are all franchise owned, they can opt in, and all of our Dairy Queens has. It's very exciting.
That's great.
Very exciting. And just nationally, just this day, they raised $4 million across actually United States and Canada. $4 million just on blizzards, but $9 million just through all of our other fundraising, which is phenomenal. That's a lot of blizzards, right?
Yes, that is a ton of blizzards. A lot of ice cream, a lot of happy bellies too. And when is Miracle Treat Day?
August 2nd.
August 2nd.
August 2nd. So we got time to plan.
We have time to plan.
Okay,
Right.
so put it on your calendar, August 2nd.
Right, and there's different ways that different businesses can get involved as well. And so what I do is I partner with a lot of the owners, and if anyone wants to do any pre-orders, any businesses that want to do any pre-orders, you would work with these lovely ladies. But I would love if they can contact our hospital and speak to Danny DeCruz at 916-734-9454 and get some pre-orders before August 2nd.
Perfect. Okay, get those pre-orders.
And I know ABC also always
every year
80 blizzards, which is
wow,
fantastic.
we got a lot of hungry people.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Treat your coworkers and also give back.
I love it. Thank you, ladies, so much. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we do have some already enjoying. Whoa, look at Michael Rooker's gun. Holy cow. All right, so he's enjoying a blizzard right now. We'll also find out more, too. What is he doing in town? Pandemic Comic-Con. More on that in just a bit. It'll look prettier. There we go.
This segment was paid for by Gorbitz Communications. The following interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.
Today is the first day of summer, and with that comes, well, parties. There's all kinds of get-togethers and all sorts of good fun. Elizabeth Haskell shows us, though, a few ways to entertain for the season. Take a look.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Haskell. I'm author of What Can I Bring? Summertime is my most favorite time. But honestly, it can get a little hectic. I mean, you've got camps, you may be family reunions, you've got graduations, and if you're not careful, you're gonna miss it. And this really is the perfect opportunity to connect with your family and friends. It's the greatest time for entertaining that there could be because you can do it all outside. You don't have to worry about, cleaning up inside and cleaning baseboards or sweeping up dust bunnies. Get everybody outside, and it's really going to make for memorable summer evenings. Now, I do know that entertaining can be daunting, and so I've really got some wonderful tips that are going to make this so much simpler on you so that you're not the only one in the kitchen slaving away while everyone else is enjoying these wonderful summer afternoons and evenings. I love a shish kebab. And so what we did with this, we did a little twist on our classic, and we've used Smithfield Anytime Favorites ham. Well, it honestly pairs so fabulously with this wonderful pineapple. So sweet. And then you add all the rest of the vegetables that you like. We did bell peppers. We also did some onions and some tomatoes. We skewered those on wooden skewers, which you want to be careful with those. You need to make sure that you soak them before you skewer so that they don't catch on fire when you take them out to the grill. My other go-to for summer is going to be a salad, and that's simple because the produce is at its peak of ripeness right now, so you hardly have anything to do. Nature's already done all the work for us. This is a caprese salad, which is something that I look forward to making all year long. It's just tomatoes, and it's basil, and it's buffalo mozzarella. And then, of course, our Smithfield thick-cut bacon. If I can find anywhere that I can put this bacon in a recipe, honey, I'm going to do it, and this is the perfect spot for that. So then this salad, it's great. You can have it on its own, or it also is wonderful as a side to our beautiful shish kebabs. Now, there is no reason in the world that you need to be the only one doing all of the work. And so we've come up with this sandwich bar. So we're going to make these really fun hoagies, and your guests are going to do the work. They're going to make them themselves. Put out all of these wonderful toppings and then let them just go hog wild making these fun sandwiches. Now, the showstopper to this is going to be this Nature Sweet Eclipse tomato. I know that you are wondering about the color. The color is so intense, it's so rich, and that lends itself to the best tasting tomato you've ever put in your mouth. I mean, honey, this tomato tastes like a tomato is supposed to. It also is super simple to slice, which is great because if we're going to be putting it on these sandwiches, we want to make sure that that's easy. Again, everything in summertime needs to be easy, easy, easy. One of the other special things about this tomato is that they're grown in greenhouses. Nature Sweet knew that we wanted tomatoes in February, even though it is freezing cold. So they're growing them year round for us. So when you are sitting there with snow coming down and thinking about these wonderful summer memories, and they're filled with things like caprese salads and beautiful summer sandwiches, you can run to the store and grab these tomatoes, which is the best news ever. The other thing that I love anytime I'm entertaining is to make some sort of a cocktail or a mocktail, some kind of a wonderful beverage that just finishes everything off. And I love lemonade, and a mint lemonade makes it even that much more fun. So we take a simple syrup, so that's just going to be maybe a cup of water and a cup of sugar. Boil that down, throw in some fresh mint, and let it steep for a little bit to make sure that that mint flavor really gets through this, this syrup. And then we're going to add that to our lemonade. Now, I am all about portable drinks, and so we're going to use mason jars. Pour everything into the mason jar, screw your lid on, put it in the cooler, and you have got a summer night to remember. Don't forget to go to smithfield.com/summerguide and also naturesweet.com for lots more entertaining summer ideas. Happy summer.
Okay, everyone, Fandemic Comic-Con is almost here. We had the Green Ranger, Jason David Frank, on earlier. Now we have iconic actor Michael Rooker in the house, everybody. Can I get some excitement? There's a crowd in here, everybody. It is Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy, in addition to a plethora of so many impactful roles. Watched you for decades, sir, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here on the show.
Decades,
We're so excited.
Huh?
Yeah,
well, wow. I'm impressed.
No, you're an incredible performer. I have to know, what was it like, though, playing Yondu?
It's awesome. I mean, Yondu is great. I did 2 films. The first one and Guardians Volume 2, and I loved it. Loved them both. The director, writer is a great friend of mine, and we worked with family. His brother was on the show as well, in the film as well, Sean Gunn. And as a matter of fact, me and Sean are both at Fandemic this weekend. So.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so.
And you are in town because of Fandemic Comic-Con. What do you love so much about doing events like this?
The fans. You meet the fans. They get to meet you. You have a blast. I mean, they come in, they take photos, sign autographs, kiss babies, hug. I mean, it's all about love and enjoying each other and having fun.
And celebrating what you do, right?
Yeah.
Because it's got to be a blast.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen, too, footage of you before at Comic-Con, at events like this, coming out in character as Yondu.
Right.
What's it like when you do that at these events? I mean, people have got to lose it. They've got to be so excited to see that in person.
See what?
See you playing Yondu in front of them.
Oh, you mean coming? I only did that one time.
Okay,
in,
it was one
San
time.
Diego.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, San Diego. And that was James Gunn's. That was his fault.
That was his fault?
He forced me. Yeah, he forced me to do that, and I spent half the day in makeup.
Yes.
That makeup takes about 3-4 hours.
I imagine.
You know, so.
What was your favorite project, though, to date, would you say, as a performer?
Guardians of the Galaxy, come on. I have, when people ask me that, I have 2 or 3 answers.
Okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy, The Walking Dead.
Yes.
Days of Thunder.
Yes. Yes.
My top picks.
Awesome.
You know?
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so Fandemic Comic-Con kicks off tomorrow, Sacramento Convention Center.
Right.
What are you going to be doing there?
Hanging out, meeting the fans.
Hanging out, meeting the fans.
Yeah, I'm going to be having fun. We're going to have a blast.
Okay, and what days are you there?
I'm there all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay, and I understand, too, the CEO of this event, by the way, happens to be a very good friend of yours.
Yeah, John Macaluso.
John?
Awesome friend of mine.
Hi, John. Where are you, John? We're going to wave to John.
Hi, John.
Hi, John.
You can go now. Goodbye.
Okay, everybody, we want you to go out to Fandemic Comic-Con. Make sure you see this legend, Michael Rooker. We also have other amazing celebrities there, too. ABC 10 is going to be there. We'll be handing out some swag. I bestow upon you, my friend, a pair of shades.
Look at that.
Everyone, have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow, 9 o'clock on Sacramento.
Bam.
Oh, look at you. You looking so good. Boy, you should have